What made you leave the Air Force?
Oh, yeah, so I told you about the exit story, but this is the beginning of that story. About 15 days into basic training at Lackland Air Force Base, the tech sergeant comes to me and says, hey, you got to go see a career counselor. You got an issue. Anyway, so I go see the career counselor, the second lieutenant, and he tells me, I know you have Project Guarantee. I know we have a contract with you to get a specific job, but after you get done with basic and tech school, you're not going to be able to get that job. We'll have too many of what you want. So he offers me three choices. He offers me this one choice, a diet therapist. Starts explaining to me what a diet therapist is. And I said, I'm sorry, sir, isn't that a cook? And he acknowledges, yeah, it's a cook with a fancy name. So he goes, here's choice number 2. And he starts explaining to me choice number 2. And I said, I'm sorry, sir, isn't that an auto mechanic? And he says, yes, a motor pool specialist is an auto mechanic. I said, no, thank you, sir. I don't want that job. Then he goes to choice number 3 and explains that. Now, that's another cheese dick job, and I don't want that job at all. So I said, finally, sir, you know what? I have Project Guarantee. I'll take this one over here that says discharge. Now, up to this point, we're having a reasonable conversation. As soon as I say, I'll take a discharge, boom, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll kick your goddamn ass. You son of a bitch, you maggot. You're in the goddamn Air Force now. You're going to do what I say. You're going to take one of these goddamn jobs. I'll split your nuts upside your ass. And this guy's screaming at me at the top of his lungs. Whereas before, a minute earlier, we were having a reasonable conversation. And I was very intimidated. I'm like 18, but I stood my ground. And finally, he acknowledged, get the hell out of my office, you son of a bitch. I got my discharge because they couldn't give me the job that I had contracted for. He's still yelling at me. I can still hear him yelling as I'm walking out. And I get back to the flight, and the tech sergeant's already heard about it. He goes, you son of a bitch. You found a way to get out of the Air Force. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's my story. I was glad to leave. It wasn't for me.